Hey guys, I want to show you this deck today. This deck is a deck that it's got me real excited. This is a deck that I really wanted to build just really quickly. I wanted to get it out there and just try to make it a championship level deck, as soon as I could. And the reason that I'm so excited for this deck is this deck has to do with the new mechanic in our recently released Phyrexia All Will Be One series. And the new mechanic, of course, that I'm talking about, that I'm finding to be just incredibly useful, is this toxic one here. It says here, toxic: when this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, create a number of Phyrexian toxin tokens equal to this card's toxic value under your opponent's control. You can see that there's a certain amount of value here, right, with the Phyrexian toxins. This is that secondary win ability that we have. It's kind of like an alternative win condition, right? So you can win if you have enough of these Phyrexia toxin tokens under your opponent's control. And the real big number that we need to keep in mind is 20 reinforced Phyrexian toxin tokens. So you got to have 20 of them down on your opponent's side. Well, actually 21, right? So you put the first one and then you have to reinforce it 20 times. If you can do that, that provides you with the conditions that you'll be able to meet in order for you to be able to win with that secondary win condition. And that, of course, is to have your opponent have the 20 reinforcements on a Phyrexian toxin token. Okay, so with that being said, this is a deck that I like to use. As soon as I saw that there was such a great ability for us to win using the Phyrexian toxins, I decided to make this deck. And this deck, it really just kind of uses these two creatures, the Paladin of Predation. And you can see here it's got a toxin number of 6, right? So when this guy attacks, you'll put 6 of these toxins, these Phyrexia toxins, on your opponent's side. And the second one is a Tyrannix Rex. This one is a good one too. It puts down 4 on your opponent's side as well. Now here's the thing, I like to use this deck with Sarkhan Unbroken, and the reason is you got this ability at the end right here. It really becomes, like I always mentioned, like a countdown planeswalker when you're just setting yourself up to use this final ability, and it becomes like a countdown for you to hit this ability. And as soon as you hit this ability, it's game over, right? So this is the way that I set up this deck. It's a countdown deck for Sarkhan Unbroken. And you can see here the Sangreat Overlords. It says, fetch the next 3 creatures with power 6 or greater from your library and give them full mana. These creatures, of course, also will get haste, so they'll attack on this particular turn that you use the ability. Now, if you notice, these are the 2 creatures that have the power of 6 or greater, right? And they both have the Phyrexia toxin tokens. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get to the Sangreat Overlord ability as fast as humanly possible. Hopefully, by the time I get that ability down, I'll already have a Paladin of Predation down, or maybe a Tyrannix Rex already down, and your opponent will have at least 1 token for the Phyrexia toxin tokens. And the reason you need at least 1 is because when you get these 2 down from the Sangreat Overlords, I'm hoping to have the Alchemist Gambit also ready to go. Alchemist Gambit, of course, gives double strike. What that's going to do is that's going to give Paladin of Predation a double strike ability, and then Tyrannix Rex also a double strike. So in essence, what it's going to do is going to allow me to attack twice with Paladin here. That's going to give you 6 plus 6 more tokens. Then you're going to have Tyrannix Rex do the same exact thing. So that's 4 plus another 4 tokens. That's going to be 20 tokens of Phyrexia toxins in 1 turn. That's huge, right? That's huge. Like I mentioned, you need to have 20 reinforcements. So what that basically means is you need to have 21 of these toxins. All right. If you can get the 21 toxins down, you're going to win. Here, the thing is, with this move, you'll get 20 right off the bat, right? So what you're trying to want to do here, you're going to want to be able to have at least 1 down. And if you can have at least 1 down, you'll be able to hit them with the 20 on that same turn, and then you'll win right there. Okay, so that's basically the deal with this deck. you can use these cards here. A lot of these cards are defensive cards in nature. I kind of wanted to use that. I got some good defensive ones here. What you're trying to do is, of course, defend yourself so that way you can hit your finishing move. Green Sun Twilight, if you have that, I'd recommend it. If not, you can go Gather the Pack. And the reason I have this one is basically to help me fetch a card, right? And the card that we're looking for is going to be either one of these three, right? This one, the Selvala, is a good one right here. You can read it. It helps to convert some gems for you so that you can speed yourself up and get these guys down. If you already have him down, then just get one of these. Either one will do. All right. So anyway, we'll take a look at this deck. It's called High Toxicity, and you can kind of see why, hopefully, in the video. We're gonna just load up on those Phyrexia Toxin tokens and see what we can do. Just do some damage with those. Okay, it looks like it's our turn, and we already have a creature. That's going to be nice. A Tyrannix Rex. We will have him ready. What we're going to do is get the Invoke the Wilds as second. That's a nice defensive card. You can read it over here. It basically helps you steal an opponent's creature. We'll turn that off, and then we'll turn Alchemist Gambit off. That one is one that you want to have, and as soon as you have it, turn it off and hold on to it. It's a good card. It gives you double strike and some other things, but we really want to use it as the finishing move. So I like to turn it off and see if we can win without it. Okay, it's looking good so far. Oh, Selvala. Okay, you know what? We're going to have to pivot here. We'll move Selvala up first. The reason I like her first is because she has an ability to speed things up for us. She's going to be able to convert lots of gems into green, and that's going to really help us. So we're going to see if she can speed this thing up for us. We're going to be able to convert gems and help us get out our Phyrexian guys real fast. Okay, Mox Emerald. That's another good card. You know, Mox Emerald's one of those that it's just going to help you get things out really quickly. There's a lot that can be done with that card. It's one of those cards that I definitely think are excellent wish list cards. Okay, we have Selvala out. That's good. The opponent still has full life, right? So with this particular Ajani here, he's going to keep pulling out these Ajani soldiers. And you know what? We got to stop him. There we go. We're able to convert mana. Okay, let's do this. Let's move this up. What we're going to try to do is play the Mox Emerald. Mox Emerald is going to get us a creature for free, or a good next green card for free, and we got these two green cards, so we'll have that ability. Let's go with this. Let's see where that Mox Emerald gets placed. Okay, it's in a decent spot. We'll be able to use it, it looks like. Alright, now that's going to cause a little bit of a problem there. They're going to disable our first creature. That's not good. But hey, we're gonna see what we can do, because we're pushing up our loyalty points, and we're making it so that we can get our ability down there. Okay, we're looking all right. Gonna open that up there for me. There we go. There's our free creature, and boom, we're getting started with those Phyrexian Toxin tokens. 4 of them should be coming down. All right, and you know, kind of equally important, our opponent is not going to be able to get those free creatures down because he's got some life missing there. All right, let's see what he does. Johnny here. This is one of the better planeswalkers that are out there. He's very strong. They had to nerf him a couple of times actually because he's just that strong. They kind of, from an administrative point of view, they moved him to a couple of things to make him a little weaker. But he's a good planeswalker. Alright, now we're taking damage. The reason we're taking so much damage, of course, is that Rabble Rousing card. That's a really good card, but you know what? We got some things going that we can use. Specifically the Invoke the Winds here. Alright. Looks like we got some moves. Thinking of moving this and getting these guys, but you know what? It's always good to just make use of what we have here. Very cool. Gain control, yeah. Now, we're going to get all of those pieces, right? All of these little reinforcements, so that's awesome. You know, the real big thing is let's just not allow them to use it. How about that? Here we are. Now you see we're moving some more Phyrexian Toxin tokens down onto our opponent's side. They are disabling our creatures. That's a very good thing to do. Oh, they lost their ability to do that. This is a good game, guys. This is a real good game. Real competitive, it looks like. Here we go, Starfield of Nyx. That's dangerous, especially when you pair it with some of those disable cards, the Hixus. That's a really good card there. Alright, so an interesting thing is about to happen. As you can see, they've got a lot more life than we do. We're kind of on the ropes here, right? But we're gonna definitely be able to win, and the reason for that is you take a look at the Phyrexian Toxin tokens. Yeah, they got 7 reinforcements already. As I mentioned, you got to get up to 20. 20 is the magic number. We're gonna use this here, Alchemist Gambit. That's gonna give this guy here and this guy here the ability to use double strike. Once they have double strike, they'll be able to hit you 2 times. So you're going to get 4 initially, then another 4, so that would be 8. You'll get 6, and then another 6, so that would be 12. When you add them up, that's 20. Plus the ones that we have here, that's already 27. That's higher than the 21 that we need, and that's enough to help us win this game. And as you can see, it's quite useful. We're kind of at a point right now where we're losing, right? And for us to be able to hit this ability is great. Let's just see if we can find some way to play it, and if we do, yeah, we're good to go. Here we are. They're going to reinforce, but that doesn't matter. And I get an extra swap right on. That's cool. I don't need it. Turn these guys off just in case. There's no need for them to be on. There we go. Something harmless that doesn't hurt me. And here you go, guys. You get to see how incredibly powerful the Phyrexian Toxins are. They're just loading up right now, right? So I get to attack twice with that guy. At this point, we're guaranteed to win because we're going to be able to have enough Phyrexian Toxin tokens down. And, you know, it's an amazing ability because it's kind of like I was saying, we were losing this game, right? We were losing. They were just loading up on damage. If I didn't steal that Citizen, the Celestia Citizen token, we probably would be dead by now because the Rabble Rousing card is so good, right? But, you know, it's just an amazing ability. I would encourage everybody to play with it, see how it looks. And there it is. I don't know how come a lot of players are not playing with this, and maybe they are. I've seen it only once, right? But there you go. You can see why it's so powerful. Anyway, that's the video, guys. We hope you like this championship level deck. We hope you like and subscribe. That helps the channel. Okay, that's it for me. Good gaming, guys.